So a couple of weeks ago, you might have seen this video I made testing out the DJI Neo for the first time, my first flight. It was in Federal Hill Park. And one of the primary features we were wanting to test out was the new audio recording feature. One of the great features of the new Neo, is that redundant, new Neo, is its ability to filter out the actual sound of the drone. It will record the audio. I'm using a wireless lapel mic. You can probably see it right here. And the drone's only a couple of feet away from me, and yet it's able to record, filter out the drone sound, and capture my voice as well. So we tested that out, and I have to say, in that environment, I wasn't really happy with the results. One of the issues I had was actually matching the audio up with the synchronization of my mouth movement. It seemed like it was almost, I don't know how to explain it. I could get it lined up in certain parts of the video, but it would be out of a line in others. It was like it was fluctuating in phase or something. I don't know, but it was troubling. I didn't like it very much. And the other was the overall quality of the audio. Now, I'm not sure if that had to do with the distance of the drone, if it's the filtering technology they have. I'm not really sure. So that was my very first experience with it, and I wanted to try a couple of experiments to see if we can improve that some. You know, typically with the Neo, you're going to want to have it fairly close to you because it is a vlogging drone. Therefore, you're going to hear the sound, and getting rid of that high frequency whine is very important. So, really wanted to test this out pretty thoroughly. So I tested it in my kitchen. I launched the drone in my kitchen and had it up near the ceiling while I was doing some stuff. And I turned around and I spoke to it. And here's a little bit of that footage. All right, I'm here in the kitchen. I'm using the exact same microphone I did the other day when I was in the park. Now you'll notice in there, we do hear the whine of the drone because I wanted to make sure I captured that because I had several tests I wanted to conduct. That recording was actually done on just audio recording software on the phone. So with that recording, we had my voice, the drone, and everything. So you saw that. This is what it sounds like in this particular iteration with the drone software. Sounds a lot better, I think. You know, I didn't like the sound very well using through the DJI app. So for my third test on this, I was really interested in whether or not I could filter out the drone in post-production. I have a copy of Davinci Resolve. That's what I use for my editing, version 19. They have a feature in there called voice isolation, which will filter out everything but your voice. However, that's only available in the studio version, which is the paid version. Well, I had run into a few things. I had wanted to try features that were blocked because I didn't own the studio version. So I just said, you know, at some point I need to buckle down and buy it. And I did. Now, sadly, this does not come with a free version, but it's a test. And I suspect with AI becoming pretty prevalent in these tools, it's going to become more commonplace and easier to get. But anytime you have any kind of voice isolation or the ability to put an equalizer in and filter out high frequencies, that may be a little tougher because it may mess up the sound a little bit. But if you look in Davinci Resolve right here, if you click on and select the audio track, now within Studio on the right over here under the parameters, it has a voice isolation selection. And it's got a slider where you can maximize or minimize that, and you can adjust it to get it just so. That way it doesn't impact your voice very much. So here's what it sounds like, and here's me playing with the slider a little bit. All right, I'm here in the kitchen. I'm using the exact. All right, I'm here in the kitchen. I'm using the exact same microphone I did the other day when I was in the park. But, you know, I didn't like the sound very well using through the DJI app and the automated filtering. I just thought it was pretty bad sound. So what I want to do is, I'm in the middle of
doing a cooking video. I'm making some homemade keto granola bars. So what I wanted to do is do a little bit of a recording, and I see what's bobbing up and down here with the drone. Do a little bit of a recording with the audio, and see if I could filter that in post and see if I would be a little bit more happy with what was happening. Um, the reason the drone's bobbing around is my heater just came on, it's blowing a little bit of air, and it's having a little bit of trouble stabilizing.
So I have to say, I'm not really 100% sure what my best direction is. We saw outdoors in the cold. I didn't care for that. Inside, in the house, it came out pretty good. But I didn't talk too long, and I'm not really sure. And then, of course, with Davinci Resolve, here's what it sounds like with that isolated. So I'm going to have to say, as far as I'm concerned, the jury's still out a little bit. I know we have the technology to attempt to work this in multiple ways going forward. So I think I'm going to stick right now with recording things on my own audio on the cell phone, because I feel like it's a little more consistent with ability to match that up with the mouth movement and go with the voice isolation. I think we're going to stick with that for now and see how things go. If I find that there's other or better ways to do it, I'll let you know. But as we're always trying to improve the quality of the content we put out, this is just another thing that we can put in our toolbox and use going forward. All right, well, that's it for now. Thanks for stopping by as always. Thanks for the new subs, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.